I wake up next to Adrian, my partner of 3 years, feeling the morning sunlight warm on my face. Everything feels comfortable, predictable, safe. But lately, I've been restless. "What do you want for breakfast?" Adrian asks, pulling me from my thoughts. I blink. "Sorry, what?" "Breakfast," he repeats, smiling patiently. "You were a million miles away." "Just thinking about the party," I say. "For my promotion, I want to do something big and invite everyone important." "That's great," Adrian says, his face lighting up. "I'm so proud of you. I'll help with everything." As he talks about logistics, my phone buzzes. "Daniel. Just, hey, been thinking about you." My heart does that stupid flutter. I know I should ignore it. I don't. Over the next few days, Daniel and I text constantly. It's innocent at first, catching up, reminiscing. "I've changed," he writes, "started therapy, learned from my mistakes." Part of me wants to believe him. The other part knows better. But there's something intoxicating about his attention, about feeling wanted in that intense way Daniel always made me feel. Adrian's love is steady like a candle. Daniel's was fireworks. I miss those fireworks. I'm addressing party invitations when the thought occurs. What if I invited Daniel? It's my party, my celebration. We ended things civilly. What harm could it do? When I mention it to Adrian, he stops chopping vegetables. "You want to invite Daniel, your ex-boy, friend Daniel?" "Yeah, why not? We're adults. It's been 2 years. His jaw tightens. "It would be weird to invite him. Why would you want your ex at your celebration, at our celebration?" I feel defensive. "It's not a big deal, Adrian. You're being insecure." Something shifts in his eyes. "I'm not being insecure. I'm telling you I'm uncomfortable with it. Doesn't that matter to you?" "You're being controlling." I snap. "I'm not going to let you dictate who I can and can't invite to my own party. If you invite him, you're telling me he still matters more than I do." Adrian says quietly, "You're telling me you don't respect our relationship." I actually laugh. "Don't be dramatic. If you can't handle this, that's your problem, not mine." The look on his face haunts me even now, but I send Daniel the invitation that night. The night of the party arrives. I've spent hours getting ready, choosing the perfect outfit. Adrian has been distant all day, helping with setup but barely speaking. I tell myself he'll get over it. Guests start arriving: colleagues, friends, my sister Maya, Adrian's best friend Connor. Everyone's drinking, laughing, congratulating me. I should feel happy. Instead, there's a knot in my stomach. Daniel arrives fashionably late, looking exactly like I remembered. "You look incredible," he says, his eyes lingering. I feel that familiar rush. We start talking, and it's easy, natural. He tells me about his new job, his therapy journey. He seems genuinely changed. I'm so absorbed, I don't notice Adrian watching from across the room. Meyer approaches during a lull. "What are you doing?" she hisses. Adrian looks miserable. "He's fine. He's just being jealous for no reason." Her expression hardens. "You invited your ex after your partner asked you not to. How is that no reason?" Before I can respond, Daniel touches my arm. "Want to step outside for air?" Without thinking, I agree. We go to the balcony, and the night air is cool against my flushed face. Daniel moves closer. "I've missed you," he says softly. "I made a mistake letting you go." My heart races. "I'm with Adrian." "Are you though? Because from where I'm standing, you invited me here for a reason." His hand covers mine on the railing. Inside, through the glass doors, Adrian is standing there watching. Our eyes meet. I see everything: the hurt, the betrayal, the end of something. I should pull away. I should go inside, but I freeze. Adrian turns away. I rush inside, heart pounding, but Adrian is already grabbing his coat. Adrian, wait. I call out, he doesn't stop. Connor intercepts me, let him go. You've done enough. The party has gone quiet. Everyone is watching. I push past Connor and follow Adrian into the hallway. Adrian, stop being ridiculous. I shout. He finally turns. What I see in his face stops me: cold resignation, acceptance, finality. I'm not being ridiculous. He says quietly, I'm done. What does that mean? It means I'm not going to watch you prioritize your ex over me. I told you how I felt. I told you this would hurt me, and you did it anyway. You invited him. You flirted with him in front of everyone. You went outside alone with him while I stood there like an idiot. His voice cracks. I deserve better than this. You're overreacting. Nothing happened with Daniel. That's not the point. The point is you don't respect me. You don't respect us. You've been chasing the memory of him this whole time, and I've been here, loving you, supporting you, putting you first, and it's never been enough. I love you, Adrian. You know I love you. He shakes his head slowly. Maybe you do, in your way, but not enough. Not the way I love you. He takes a breath. Go be with Daniel. That's clearly what you want. You've been wanting it since he texted you. So go, be with him. See if that firework love is everything you've been missing. But I won't be here when you figure out it's not. Adrian, please. I whisper, reaching for him. He steps back. I'm done being your safety net. I'm done being the person you settle for while you dream about someone else. I deserve to be someone's first choice, and you've made it clear I'm not yours. He walks away. I stand there in the empty hallway, and for the first time I realize what I've done. But it feels abstract, distant. I tell myself he'll come back. He always comes back. I return to the party in a daze. Daniel finds me immediately. Hey, you okay? That looked intense. He'll cool off, I say. Daniel puts his arm around me. His loss. Meyer appears, furious. Get his arm off you. What is wrong with you? Adrian just walked out, and you're already cuddling up to your ex. I pull away, suddenly sick. I need everyone to leave. Party's over. The next morning, I wake up alone with a pounding headache and crushing dread. Adrian's side of the bed is empty. I call him immediately. Voicemail. I call again. Voicemail. I text. Can we please talk? I'm sorry about last night. Let's work this out. The message delivers but doesn't show as read. I spend the day waiting, jumping every time my phone buzzes. But it's never Adrian. It's Daniel asking if I want to grab lunch. It's friends asking what happened. It's Connor leaving a voicemail. He's staying with me. Don't contact him. He needs space, and you need to think about what you've done. By evening, panic sets in. I go to Connor's apartment and knock. Connor answers, blocking the doorway. He doesn't want to see you. Please, just let me explain. There's nothing to explain. He watched you disrespect him all night. He's heartbroken, and honestly, I don't blame him for walking away. I made a mistake. I just need to apologize. He's given you 3 years of his life, and you threw it away for an ego boost from your ex. An apology isn't going to fix that. He needs to figure out if he can forgive you, and right now, I don't think he can. The door closes. I drive home in a fog. When I arrive, Daniel is sitting on my doorstep. Heard you had a rough day, he says. Thought you could use some company. I should tell him to leave. But I'm lonely and hurting, so I let him in. We drink wine and talk, and he reminds me of the good times, makes me laugh. You're better off without him, Daniel says. He was holding you back. You need someone who matches your energy, your passion. I want to believe him. So I start to. Maybe Adrian was too sensitive. Maybe he didn't understand me. For the next week, Daniel is around constantly. We fall into old patterns, intense conversations, passionate arguments, chemistry that feels electric. My friends are concerned. Maya refuses to talk to me. but I tell myself they don't understand. Adrian still hasn't responded, and I'm starting to feel angry. Who is he to ignore me like this? 2 weeks after the party, Daniel and I are officially back together. We're at dinner when his phone rings. He glances at it, declines the call, but I catch a glimpse. Rachel read. Who's Rachel? I ask casually. Nobody. Wrong number saved under the wrong name. Something doesn't sit right, but I let it go. The next day, I'm at Daniel's apartment when his phone buzzes repeatedly. He's in the shower. I know I shouldn't look. I do. Messages from Rachel. When are you coming home? Baby, I miss you. Did you sort out that thing with your ex yet? My blood runs cold. Daniel emerges, towel around his waist. He sees what I'm holding. Who is Rachel? I demand. He sighs. Look, it's complicated. Complicated how? Are you with someone? He doesn't answer immediately. We've been on and off. It's not serious. I wanted to make sure things were really over between us before I ended things with her completely. You've been using me. Don't be dramatic. You called me, remember? You invited me to that party. You were the one having problems with your boring boyfriend. Get out. This is my apartment. Then I'm leaving. I grab my things. As I reach the door, he calls out, "You'll be back. You always come back." I drive aimlessly, crying so hard I have to pull over. Everything crashes down. The truth about Daniel, what I destroyed with Adrian, the person I've become. I call Adrian immediately, straight to voicemail. I text, "You were right about Daniel. I'm so sorry. Please, can we talk?" Hours pass. No response. I call Maya, and she actually answers. What? Daniel was cheating on me. He has a girlfriend. He was just using me. Long silence. And you're calling me because I need my sister, because I've ruined everything and I don't know how to fix it. You can't fix it. Maya says bluntly. You destroyed a relationship with a man who loved you more than anything for a guy who never gave a damn about you. You ignored every warning, every red flag. Adrian begged you not to invite Daniel, and you called him controlling. I told you that you were making a mistake, and you shut me out. Now you want sympathy because the guy you threw away your relationship for turned out to be exactly the asshole everyone knew he was. Her words cut deep because they're true. I know. I just want to make it right. You can't. Adrian blocked your number yesterday. He's moving on, and honestly, good for him. He deserves someone who appreciates him. You had that, and you chose nostalgia and ego over real love. Now you have to live with it. A month passes. Adrian has completely cut me off. I hear through the grapevine that he's been going to therapy, focusing on himself, even started dating someone new. The news breaks something in me. He's not coming back. It's truly over. My work suffers. I can barely concentrate. The promotion feels meaningless. Daniel has stopped contacting me. I find out through social media that he's engaged to Rachel. I was never anything real to him. I run into Connor at a coffee shop. He sees me and almost leaves, but I catch him. Please, just tell me how he is. Connor studies me. He's doing better. It took him a while. He really loved you. Really loved you. The kind of love where he would have done anything for you. I know, I whisper. Connor shakes his head. No, I don't think you do. He was going to propose at your party. He had the ring in his pocket. He'd planned this whole thing was going to wait until everyone had congratulated you, then get down on one knee and make it a double celebration. The world tilts. What? He was going to propose, and then you invited your ex, disrespected him in front of everyone, and chose Daniel over him. So he left and returned the ring the next day. I can't breathe. I didn't know. You should have. He showed you every day how much you meant to him. But you were too busy chasing something that was never real to notice what was right in front of you. Connor leaves. For what it's worth, I hope you figure out why you did this. Not for Adrian's sake, he's moving on. For yours. So you don't do this to the next person who loves you. I sit in that coffee shop for hours, replaying every moment, every choice. Therapy becomes my weekly ritual. My therapist, Dr. Lynn, is patient. As I unpack it all, you were taking Adrian for granted. She says gently. His love was constant, reliable, so you stopped valuing it. Daniel represented uncertainty, novelty, the thrill of being pursued. But I loved Adrian. Did you? Or did you love the idea of having someone who loved you unconditionally while you kept your options open? I cry through most sessions. Dr. Lynn helps me see patterns, how I've always needed external validation, how I equate drama with passion, how I've never been comfortable with contentment. So you drop the shoe yourself, she explains. You create the crisis before life can. It gives you a sense of control, but it's destroying your relationships. The work is painful. I confront ugly truths. That I'm selfish, that I have an ego I feed at others' expense, that I romanticize toxic relationships because they feel more exciting than healthy ones. I think about Adrian constantly, about all the ways he showed love that I dismissed as boring. Making me coffee every morning, remembering my favorite snacks, supporting my career even when it meant sacrificing his own time. I write him a letter I'll never send, apologizing for everything, telling him he deserved better. I see Meyer occasionally now. She's forgiven me mostly, though things aren't the same. I'm proud of you for doing the work, she says, but you know it doesn't change what happened. Right, I know. I'm not trying to undo it. I'm just trying to make sure I never do it again. I delete Daniel's number, block him on everything. I'd been holding onto him as a fantasy, a backup plan, and that fantasy cost me everything real. 6 months after the party, I see Adrian. I'm at a bookstore, and there he is, browsing poetry. My heart stops. He looks different, lighter, more relaxed. He's smiling at something on his phone. Before I can decide whether to approach, a woman joins him. She's beautiful, effortless. When she touches his arm, he looks at her with such warmth it physically hurts to witness. They're clearly together. She says something that makes him laugh, really laugh, the deep, genuine kind. I realize I haven't heard that laugh in months before our breakup. Had I stopped making him laugh? I watch them. From behind a bookshelf, the woman picks up a book and shows it to him. They have an animated discussion. She listens when he talks. She seems genuinely interested. They move through the store with an ease that speaks of comfort, partnership, mutual respect. Everything I had and threw away. Adrian glances in my direction. Our eyes meet for just a second. I see recognition, then something flickers, maybe sadness, maybe pity, maybe nothing. He doesn't smile. He doesn't acknowledge me. He simply turns back to the woman, puts his arm around her waist, and guides her toward checkout. I stand there long after they've left, the finality of that moment. His indifference, his happiness without me, hits harder than any anger ever could. He's moved on, completely, genuinely moved on, and I'm still here, stuck in the wreckage of my own making. I go home and cry for hours, not desperate, hysterical crying, but something deeper. Grief for what I lost, for who I was, for the future that could have been. I think about the proposal that never happened, the ring I never saw, the life we could have built. Instead, I'm alone. Daniel is married now. Adrian is happy with someone who appreciates him. My friends have moved on. Even Maya keeps a certain distance. That night, I reread the unsent letter. I add a postscript. I saw you today. You looked happy. I'm glad. You deserve to be happy. I'm sorry I couldn't be the person who made you that way. I'm sorry I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. I hope she knows how lucky she is. I'll spend the rest of my life regretting this, and that's exactly what I deserve. I seal the letter in an envelope and put it in a box with other things from our relationship. I tuck the box away in the back of my closet. Maybe someday I'll let it go completely, but not today. A year after the party, I'm a different person. Not better, necessarily, but different. More aware, more careful. More alone. I've thrown myself into work, into therapy, into becoming someone who won't make the same mistakes. But the loneliness is crushing, a constant ache I've learned to carry. I've been promoted again. This time there's no party. I have dinner with Maya and a couple of friends. My career is thriving. My personal life is a wasteland. I've dated a little, but nothing serious. Every time someone gets close, I panic. I self-sabotage in new ways, pulling away before they can, being overly cautious where I used to be reckless. You need balance, Dr. Lynn tells me. You can't punish yourself forever. But part of me feels like forever isn't long enough. I've stopped looking for Adrian on social media, stopped asking friends about him. I heard through Maya that he's engaged now. The news came and went, another wound. I wrote him a congratulations card I never sent. It sits in my desk drawer. Some nights I lie awake and replay everything, wondering about the infinite small choices that led to that moment. What if I'd never responded to Daniel's first text? What if I'd listened when Adrian said he was uncomfortable? But I know that's useless thinking. I can't change the past, I can only live with it. I run into Connor one day, and we actually have coffee together. You look better, he observes, more settled. I'm trying. Some days are easier than others. We talk carefully, avoiding Adrian until I can't stand it. Is he happy? Really happy? Connor nods. Yeah, he is. She's good for him. She appreciates him in a way I didn't. I finish. It's okay. You can say it. He's forgiven you, you know. Connor says quietly, not in a let's be friends way, but he doesn't hate you. He's just at peace with it all. He understands you were dealing with your own issues. It doesn't change what happened, but he's not angry anymore. I nod, tears threatening. That's good. He shouldn't waste energy being angry at me. I'm angry enough at myself for both of us. Connor reaches across and squeezes my hand briefly. You should forgive yourself eventually. Not today, maybe not next year, but eventually. Holding on to this guilt isn't helping anyone. I want to believe him, but I'm not there yet. Maybe I'll never be. Some mistakes are too big to forgive. I've started volunteering at a crisis center, helping people through their worst moments. It's the closest I've come to redemption, using my pain to help others avoid the same mistakes. When someone calls in heartbroken, I understand. My story has become a cautionary tale, even if I'm the only one who knows it. 2 years later, I'm at another party. This time it's Maya's engagement celebration, and I'm genuinely happy for her. Her fiancé, James, is kind and attentive. Watching them together is both beautiful and painful. I'm standing alone on the balcony. A different balcony, a different party, but the parallel isn't lost on me. When Maya joins me, "You okay?" she asks. I smile. "Yeah, I'm really happy for you. James is great." She studies my face. But nothing, I mean it. You found something real. Don't ever take it for granted." Maya leans against the railing. "I heard Adrian got married last month. Small ceremony, very private." The information lands like it always does. A sharp pain, quickly contained. Good. I hope they have everything they dream of. Do you ever think about reaching out, just to close the loop? I shake my head. No. What would I say that I haven't already said to myself 1,000 times? He's moved on. He's happy. Reaching out would be selfish. It would be for me, not for him. The kindest thing I can do is leave him alone. Maya nods. That's probably the most mature thing I've ever heard you say. I laugh, tinged with sadness. I've had a lot of time to learn maturity the hard way. We stand in comfortable silence, watching the party through the glass doors. Inside, couples dance and laugh, living their lives, building their futures. I used to be one of them. Now I'm on the outside, forever the cautionary tale. Do you think you'll ever find that again? Meyer asks. Someone like Adrian? I don't know, maybe, but even if I do, it won't be Adrian. That chance is gone. All I can do is try to be the person who deserves that kind of love next time. I pause. If there is a next time, Maya hugs me, and I let myself be held, let myself feel the full weight of loss and the lesson. You will, she says, and when you do, you'll do better. That's all any of us can do, learn and do better. I want to believe her. Some days I almost do. Inside, James is looking for Maya, and she gives me one more squeeze before going back to her celebration, her future, her happiness. I stay on the balcony a little longer, looking at the city lights, thinking about the past and the future and the long, difficult present in between. I think about Adrian sometimes, wonder what he's doing, if he's as happy as everyone says, if he ever thinks about me. But mostly, I think about the person I was and the person I'm becoming. I think about the lessons learned too late, the love lost through carelessness, the moment when everything changed because I made a single, terrible choice. I invited my ex to the party. My partner walked out and told me to be with him instead, and I learned, in the most painful way possible, that some doors, once closed, can never be opened again. Some chances only come once, and some mistakes you carry forever. This is mine.